Hello, everybody. Thank you for the raid, Aurora Swirls. I appreciate that. What were you playing? Give me 1 second. How was your stream as well? Welcome by... Well, hold on. I want to see the clip first. 1 second. There it goes.
Gives a whole new meaning to playing with your food. Woo! I'm saving
Computer, please.
the human.
Please.
You see, you're okay.
I'm gonna see if I have anything downloading at the moment. Give me 1 second, chat.
You have all your limbs. You're okay, buddy. Go get him. No, don't go into the water. What are you doing? There we go. He's free. The water is just too toxic for humans. It's too toxic. We have to keep all the humans out of the water. What are they doing? They're too close to the water.
I do appreciate this. I don't know why it's like this. Thank you for the raid, though, Aurora. I've never had this many issues with this application where it just decides to stutter. I don't know what's going on there, but thank you for the raid. What? Let's see. You were playing... How is Koromon? Wondered if it's on my end, honestly. Like, there shouldn't be anything causing issues, but now I am concerned that there is. Well, welcome in, Raiders. I hope you're all doing well. I'm going to go ahead and start getting ready. The video feed was choppy, but your feed was fine on my end. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know why. I think that it just happens to be... My guess is then it's the application I use. Hi, by the way, Eskilium, how are you doing? I apologize for that, though, because it's like, I thought it was a funny clip, but I'm not trying to... I want to show Aurora and I want to show, I want to show people in the best light, and it's like, obviously it's not my fault, it's not Aurora's fault, but it still bothers me, because like, yeah, boy, this, I mean, admittedly, I don't pay for it, so can I really get that upset at a free application? I don't know if I can. Pardon me. I had energy tonight for a change, so I cleaned along the garage. Nice! I had no energy today, so I did not do any of what I should have done. I was supposed to go biking. I'll go biking tomorrow. I will be better about it tomorrow. I need to stop being... Who, me? About what? No, I'll never stop not complaining about biking. My wife doesn't want me to beat myself up. Understandably so. I beat myself up frequently, and it's something I do need to be better about, so I do appreciate that for... I do appreciate her saying that. Then settle in for a bit and before I run in and take a shower. Fair. Understand how that goes entirely. Let me go ahead. Give me 1 second, chat. We'll jump into Guild Wars with Tyler here in about 30 seconds. Okay, let's go with 2 minutes. We're going to go ahead and read the readings for today. For June 1st, 2026. Happy... Sacred Heart of Jesus. I was trying to remember which one. It's like, I know, but, sometimes but your brain still stutters and goes, yeah, something. I do know better. I feel bad about that, but I mean, I think honestly a lot of the time, and this is the last thing before we do go ahead and actually read, I think a lot of the time for me, unfortunately, I speak faster than I think, so then I say things without fully processing them, and I really need to be better about that. But... These are the readings for today, June 1st, 2026, Memorial of St. Justin, Martyr. The first reading for today is from 2 Peter chapter 1. Beloved, may grace and peace be yours in abundance, through knowledge of God and of Jesus our Lord. His divine power has bestowed on us everything that makes for life and devotion, through the knowledge of Him who called us by His own glory and power. Through these He has bestowed on us the precious and very great promises, so that through them you may come to share in the divine nature, after escaping from the corruption that is in the world because of evil desire. For this very reason, make every effort to supplement your faith with virtue, virtue with knowledge, knowledge with self-control, self-control with endurance, endurance with devotion, devotion with mutual affection with love. Psalm for today is Psalm 91. In you, my God, I place my trust. You who dwell in the shelter of the Most High, who abide in the shadow of the Almighty, say the Lord, my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. In you, my God, I place my trust. Because he clings to me, I will deliver him. I will set him on high because he acknowledges my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in distress. In you, my God, I place my trust. I will deliver him and glorify him. With length of days I will gratify him, and I will show him my salvation. In you, my God, I place my trust. Alleluia, alleluia. Jesus Christ, you are the faithful witness, the firstborn of the dead. You have loved us and freed us from our sins by your blood. Alleluia, alleluia. The gospel for today is from Mark chapter 12. Jesus began to speak to the chief priests, the scribes, and the elders in parables. A man planted a vineyard, but put a hedge around it, dug a winepress, and built a tower. Then he leased it to tenant farmers and left on a journey. At the proper time, he sent a servant to the tenants to obtain from them some of the produce of the vineyard. So they seized him, beat him, and sent him away empty-handed. Again, he sent them another servant, and that one they beat over the head and treated shamefully. He sent yet another whom they killed. So too many others. Some they beat, others they killed. He had one other to send, a beloved son. He sent them to them last of all, thinking, they will respect my son. But those tenants said to one another, this is the heir. Come, let us kill him, and the inheritance will be ours. So they seized him and killed him, and threw him out in the vineyard. What then will the owner of the vineyard do? He will come, put the tenants to death, and give the vineyard to others. Have you not read the scripture passage? The stone that the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. By the Lord has this been done. It is wonderful in our eyes. They were seeking to arrest him, but they feared the crowd, for they realized that he had addressed the parable to them. They left him and went away. The gospel of the Lord. Praise be to you, Lord Jesus Christ. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. All right. Go ahead and get into Guild Wars. Pardon me. We'll jump in with Tyler. One second here, chat. Hope you're all doing well. Once again, hi Tyler, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. How was your trip?
It was good.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. All right, we're gonna go ahead and let's see. The second reading almost sounded like a song. I guess it did, yeah. Now that because did I say second reading or did I say psalm? I may have said second reading. I'm not sure now. I am not very good. I like singing, but I'm not good at singing. There's a difference between the two. I can enjoy it. First and second reading. Okay, that's fair. And gospel. Yeah, I was gonna say they I mean, that does make sense. I was gonna say those who sing pray twice, and I do try, especially at mass. Give me 1 second, chat. I want to check the dailies for today, see if there's anything relevant.
I don't think there is.
No, the most relevant thing would be Jade Quarry, and that's about it.
Yeah, I think I've already got Jade Quarry from a while ago, because that rotates so quickly.
That makes sense. Pardon me. So, okay. I think I'm ready for this mission then. Oh wait, I'm in charge.
Ready.
Okay. Let me make sure I don't have anything in my inventory. I do not. Yeah. Hope you're all doing well today. I wasn't quite as productive today as I would have liked, but a little bit. I fixed my wife's bike. She got a new bike for my dad, which I'm appreciated by. I guess fix is not quite the correct word. On her old bike, she had toe clips. This new bike did not have toe clips, so I went ahead. Not gonna lie, Catholic handlers are not really good. It really varies, but I hear what you're saying. I appreciate the lyric, Josh. I'm trying to think how I would say that. How I would say that. It probably depends song by song, honestly, because some of them I do really like. Some of them are not as good as I'd like, which is unfortunate. Admittedly, some people do like the more modern... I don't know if modern's quite the right word for it. I think there's a better word for it. Music? Good yours. See, maybe I'm just very lucky, because... pardon me. For the 9 a.m., which is the one we typically go to, they do have a choir. So it's not most of the time just a single person, not all the single ladies singing. I'm sorry. That was pretty bad. But, you know, they usually blend well together is what I'm trying to say. Trying to remember
Like
the
a
bonus.
ritualist.
Yeah, just not the right kind of ritualist. Not yet, at least. Maybe with later, it'd be interesting if with later Reforged, they did go ahead and change some of the, bar. Oh, he's gonna kill himself. And
Yeah,
there
either
he
the
killed
name
himself.
or the, like, effect.
Yeah. But it's just funny, because, like, oh, it's a necromancer. He's casting a well. Alright, bye, bud. Be careful. We might be fine. Like, be careful, Tyler. I think my spirits are going to save you.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I think you're going to be fine. Right. I think the spirits are going to save the day here. Because the only thing that it can't really stop, and I'm realizing, I think we're supposed to go under the bridge. If we really wanted to, we probably could just storm through them. I'm not feeling like it. I don't know about you.
I am not, definitely. What's funny, though, is I accidentally, like, did this mission with a group for the Zaishan missions.
Yeah.
Because I thought it would be, like, the one that I already did, but then the mission turned out to be this one, and I realized that we never actually did the seer part that you're supposed to do.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You're allowed to just, like, go to the right-hand side and skip everything besides the bonus.
You are, which is fascinating to me. Yeah. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Blah, blah. Let's see. Our choir is a few people that just decided to sit up front. We have a pianist, an organist, and the lady that makes her ears bleed. I don't know. That's a good question. Let me... 1 second. Hey, honey! No! No or yo? You won't come talk about how the music is chosen? You don't know how it's chosen? Alright. She doesn't know how it's chosen. Thank you for the like, I appreciate it. I can't tell you now. So I was gonna say. She sings, but she does not apparently have much, sway?
Agency.
Maybe? Agency, thank you, yeah. Sway didn't feel right, so agency does feel better. I appreciate that. I was even gonna offer to turn the camera off for her, because she is... You have peeps you can ask fair. As I was say, she does not want to be on camera, although she does owe a face reveal. That is one of the channel rewards we have hit, so she does have to do that at some point. She's not saying no, which means she's agreeing. Oh, she's ignoring me. Never mind. Although it is a true statement. She did agree to it. But now I'll stop bothering her, because I'm not trying to be a nuisance to her. Yeah, I'm curious. Maybe she'll be willing to ask on Thursday, because she has choir practice then, or maybe she'll forget by then too. I would not blame her for forgetting, because I would forget. I am not always the best at remembering.
The classic knockdown into knockdown.
It's a knockdown, but at least it's better than it used to be, because we can interrupt it now. We didn't used to be able to interrupt Giant Stomp, so...
Yeah.
It's actually refreshing, chat, that we can interrupt Giant Stomp now. It's so nice. It doesn't happen all the time, but we can.
Yeah.
Like, we have to have interrupts not on cooldown.
I need range to interrupt, though.
That's true. Or the Mesmers need to not be on cooldown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was hung up for a while on what relics our church had in the altar. There were at least 3 churches from years past that combined into ours, but the last priest said the documentation was long gone and no one knew. I bet there's probably some way that could be found out, but unfortunately, a lot of the time, yeah, paperwork is not always our... It's so interesting. Sometimes paperwork is our strong point, sometimes it isn't, because I think, if I remember correctly, up until, from the year 1200 onward, we do have, like, the full... We can tell who consecrated who, priest and bishop-wise, but before that it gets a little more iffy. Which, I mean, you know, makes some sense, but it's still interesting that we do have at least those 800 years. I know there's a website for that, because I found out about it recently, but I'd like to go ahead and find it again. I was on my phone at the time. If I had been on my computer, I would have bookmarked it. I guess I could have bookmarked it on my phone too, but I guess I didn't. Here goes the White Mantle fighting the Stone Summit again. I forgot their name for a second.
Oh, that's... For some reason, I just thought it was them fighting, like, natural things like the ice giants, but that makes more sense. Even if, from a story standpoint, I thought they were connected.
Fair. Yeah, for some reason, the ice golems seem to be fine with the Stone Summit. I'm not sure why, truth be told. No more giant stomp, please.
Where's the giant stomp even coming? Oh, the herders also have
the giant herd, yeah. I know, it's just saying it's not as bad as it once was, and it still isn't as bad as it once was, but please, no more giant stomp. I'm begging you.
Yeah. Marika Granite Hand.
Yeah, as I say, unfortunately, no signet on me, but I'll get one eventually.
Yeah.
I guess I should also say, for those that are coming in, we've done this mission before. We've done all of Prophecies. We'll probably do Prophecies again, honestly, once we decide to do hard mode. But this is basically just Sorrow's Furnace is a dungeon that takes a bit more time than we have tonight, so we'll do it next Sunday.
Yeah. And so we're killing time by getting to the end of Prophecies for post-game stuff later on.
Yeah, post-game stuff. And it's like, I did think of a way that we can make it work story-wise, since we're factions characters, admittedly. That we don't have to go to the Ring of Fire Island chain. Not that we can't, but basically, I was just thinking, because due to the fact that obviously we've met the... Oh, I guess you wouldn't know this, but a lot of Sorrow's Furnace, pardon me, involves the Dredge. And because of our interaction with the Kurzak, we met the Dredge, so it could be like we're curious about what's going on over there, why these guys are coming and invading Cantha, so... Ooh.
He gave you two items and he gave me one.
Yeah. Let's see, is it good, though? Is it good? I identified the wrong thing. Oh, I didn't... Wow, really? Really? So that's not going to be something you see every day, Tyler. I actually unlocked something that I didn't have.
Oh, wow.
I did not have... I've never bought a Curses +3, apparently.
Well, it's not about purchasing, I think. I think it's about identifying only.
I think you're right. But I never identified a Curses +3. So it's just like, that's not something... Right. In 6,000 hours, never found one. But I mean, if it's just off of identifying and not buying, that does make sense. So fun fact, our schools, let's see. Attached to our church is the only school system that can use the fighting Irish logo of Notre Dame. They're called the Hilltoppers, but they get the logo. Because Father Shaw left here in the 1840s and relocated to South Brandon and taught at Notre Dame. That's really cool! That's it, yeah, as you said, not many people do get to use the Fighting Irish legally. I'm curious how adamant they are about protecting the Fighting Irish. I would assume fairly, honestly. I'd say, Ross would like that knowledge too, because he's a big Notre Dame fan. Oh, I think we're the only school that can use the logo and we can't use the name. That makes sense.
Yeah, the elite skill I managed to capture is one that I can technically use, but it only works if I'm wielding a hammer. Because it's a strength skill, not a hammer mastery thing.
Many such cases.
Dwarven Battle Stance.
No. I don't think Dwarven Battle Stance is bad either, if memory serves.
Yeah, I had one Zaishin mission that didn't go off well because we had like 2 warriors, but there was a guy using it,
yeah.
I think.
It's so interesting, honestly, for how people are chill or not chill for this game, just because it's like, I don't think Dwarven Battle Stance is meta, which is why I bring that up. Not that it's has to be. Once again, as long as people are having fun, that's what I care about. But I joined the Alliance Battle Discord, and it's just like the amount of vitriol that some of the people have in there is just insane. It's like, brother, people are just here to have fun. Like, if people are, you know, trash talking one another, all right, that's fair. Go ahead. But just calling out people for not using the meta, it's like, these guys are mentally handicapped, except for, you know, they use the not friendly word. For that, it's like, brother. Just kind of crazy. It's like, buddy, just calm down. And one of them has admitted that he is a troll and he just likes trolling other people. It's like, okay, then I don't see any reason I should have any value in what you say then, but okay. But anyways, the whole point of that is, honestly, unless you're running it with a bunch of other people that are saying, yeah, let's run meta, just have people, just let people have fun with it.
Yeah, I can understand some of it, but definitely, like, because that's the thing in, like, Final Fantasy PvP, it's not about the skills, but the idea that, like, Frontlines is just so heavily, like, giving things to non-PvP players that they run it frequently, and, like, I kind of get why people get upset at them, when it's people who aren't, like, that good and aren't necessarily trying their best.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like, I'm probably both angles of that, because it's like, I do Frontlines because of how good the rewards are, but I am at least going in and trying, and not just, you know, I'm gonna throw my body in. It's like, no, I'm not gonna actually try to do my job here.
Yeah, I've also infrequently run it as a person who's not good at PvP, but I always try, and I get frustrated at the people I see, like, barely doing anything, which doesn't happen often, luckily for me.
I don't think I've seen it happen very often either. I need to get back to 14. There's too many dang games. I think I need to stop buying games, and my wife's going to be yelling preach it right about now, because she wants me to be buying less games, which is fine. But it's like, I do want to get back to more 14, and I think, honestly, I should focus on that soon, because I do really like 14. 14 is a really good game, honestly. Admittedly, here I am buying Star Fox 1 for the 4th time when it comes out.
Bolt Dusk Strider.
I wonder what he'll have. It is.
It's a good judgment.
So I was... Like, go ahead, sorry. Yeah. Wow! Ooh. That's your second, isn't it, Tyler? Nice! Congratulations! Yeah. Just 3 more before you can have a full armor and melon juice.
Yeah. But what about my weapon and shield? I need 7.
Good point. Good point. Then if you really want to go ahead and make it even more black, you'll need 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 28, because I think you can apply 5 dyes per,
No, it's 4.
Oh, it's at 4? I thought it was 5.
Yeah.
Okay, then it'd be 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, because they can't... Yeah, because it can't all be the same color. Yeah, it's 3 times 7, as you said, 21.
I think, ironically, it would be less black, but it would be, like, technically harder to get.
Yeah.
Because I've had this thought where it's like, what if I did, like, 3 black and a silver or something? Or not, like...
See, I was looking around, too, because I was looking around, too, because I wanted my Ritualist armor to look more cheetah-like, and yellow didn't just... Or orange didn't quite cut it, if I remember. I don't remember exactly what I settled on finally, but it was just like, yeah. Let's see. Good evening. How's the Shiver Peaks? I don't actually remember what this was called. It is the Shiver Peaks. This is the really southern Shiver Peaks, and you have. So you really think they'd probably update it? Because this is the northern Shiver Peaks. Then you have the really northern Shiver Peaks. Although I think they typically just call
Nola Dune for this.
Yeah. I think they typically.
Is what they mean.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, I think that they typically call the Eye of the North area for the Shiver Peaks, Norn territory, if memory serves. They just don't call it, like, the Shiver Peaks. But I could be misremembering.
Yeah, this is southern, and then northern, and I think it's Far Shiver Peaks, actually.
Could be. Why did they have to use the Seal song for the new Batman Lego game ad just to pull in our generation? The Seal song, Kiss by Rose? That's a good question. I was interested in that game, honestly. I was going to buy it for the Switch too. Then I found out it was a game key card, and I lost interest. I'm not a big fan of game key cards. I could still buy it for PC. And there's a high possibility I will, but at a, heavy discount. But they seem to be using the Seal song lately, because didn't they use Kiss by a Rose for the for Baja Blast recently as well? In fact, I'm going to play the Baja Blast song here in 1 second, just so you guys can confirm or deny if I got the right song. I don't think I'll get DMCA strike for a Super Bowl song, but maybe?
Maybe some... No.
Oh, 1 second. I'm just pulling up. I'm coming. Yeah, I'm just hoping this does not absolutely DMCA strike my account. We'll see, I guess. Oh gosh, that's loud. Hold on, chat.
I just realized that I can actually use Dwarven Battle Stance not for its intended effect, but instead to remove my other stance. Because removing it gives me the adrenaline.
Fair.
So I can adjust its cycle of 8 seconds every 20 seconds.
Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
There we go. Now we got the right one, chat. I still don't get why they thought this was a good ad.
Refreshing.
I guess people are still talking about it a year later, so.
Slowing me down. Oh, this is...
Alright, that's not
Fusion, that's what it's called.
Yeah. It's a terrible ad. I mean, that was a great song. It was so good for Batman, even though it didn't fit all. Yeah, as I said, that's entirely fair. It is a good song. They also used the song in the movie Sing. I can see that. I am so torn on Sing. I think there's aspects to it that are good, and I think there's aspects to it that are bad. Admittedly, I think I just described every single Illumination movie. They're completely mediocre in every way. At least in my opinion.
Yeah. I clicked attempting to, like, start moving and then looked away for a bit, and so I'm a bit behind you now.
That's fair. I understand. I mean, I was looking up Super Bowl ads real quickly, so I understand. I mean, as I say, probably my favorite Mountain Dew commercial from the Super Bowl is still Puppy Monkey Baby, just because I remember it 10 years later still, chat. So, if that doesn't tell you something about how much an ad gets stuck in your head. Well,
there we go. Infused.
I am also infused now. This means, chat, I won't immediately fall over with a crippling case of death from the Mersat now, so.
Which direction are we supposed to go now? Oh, here.
I think it's this way, if memory serves. I was gonna say, if we,
yeah. It's this direction in general.
Yeah, and then we gotta do the bonus, so we gotta...
Before.
Yeah. I remember this quest. This is that cave with the boss and the spectral entrance. Why is this important? Was something about infusing armor? Yeah, that was it. Correct, because the Mersat right here, these guys specifically have a very nasty ability that they cast on you that if you don't know about it, it'll kill you. Yeah. However, we found out that my build kind of counters that. So did we really need to get infused? No. Does it make it a lot easier? Yes.
Yeah. If multiple people are targeted,
yeah,
it's gonna be horrible, and most Mersat are not alone.
That's true. And Shelter does help counterbalance it, but Shelter can only do so much.
Yeah. Also, the bonus is like really far south.
Yeah, may as well grab it. May as well grab it while we're here. Let me see if I have a book on me. If I have a book, I have a book on me, so may as well grab it. Let's see. So random question: do you use server or golf server do the roaster on a regular basis on the channel or on stream? I should, Skillium. I don't. I do happen to be aware of a Catholic Discord that does, if you'd be interested, Skillium. I will give a forewarning. Just because some people don't like these people. I think they're perfectly fine. That's why I'm part of the group. It is Catholic Furries. Some people really do not like furries, but they are a wonderful group, and as long as you don't mind, I can give you the Discord invite if you're curious, Skillium. They're a wonderful group. They really are. I just have too many Discords, so I do not really interact with them all that much. Yeah, I was gonna say, most people don't expect to hear a Catholic furry.
Yeah. I wouldn't ever expect to hear a Catholic gamer necessarily, but that's like less correlated or reverse correlated, if that's the thing.
No, I get what you're saying. I mean, there might have been a time if I'd reverted earlier, honestly, I would have said I was a Catholic brony, and I would not say that they are much of a skip away from furries, honestly. They may want to deny it, but it's true. Because there was a time where I was a brony, and then I just... I couldn't hang with that community. There's a lot of just bad stuff that goes on with the bronies, and then as... Guys, we're getting into stuff you don't care about, but I'm going to talk about it anyways. The later we went into My Little Pony, the worse it got. Because eventually they decided to start bringing politics into a children's show. It's like, that's not really necessary, guys. We don't need to do this. Thanks, though. So, but, you know, there's other problems. Yeah, anyways. It was about the same time, actually, that they started pulling more politics in Arthur, interestingly enough. It might have been the same year as when they did it with Blue's Clues 2, actually. I'm kind of curious about that now. I think they pulled back on it because I think there was enough of an outburst, honestly. Furry also usually ties to a few other things that don't exactly jive, but a very few would fit. Yeah, I mean, without getting into details, the sexual deviancy would not fit, and I agree with that. That doesn't have to be everything about furries, though. For a while, it was just imagine yourself as a cool furry character. Like, you're just an anthro. You realize it's not real life. It's when you go ahead and make it your life is when it becomes a problem. I think we need to take this group out if memory serves. I can't remember.
It's somewhere around here. I don't think it's that group necessarily, but
I think you're right, but we may as well just take it out while we're here. Let's see, so this stuff exists in the real world. Even though it is niche, it should be addressed and explored to an extent. Yeah, as long as it's not sinful, I agree with that entirely, Skillium. And I do not believe that being a furry is inherently sinful. There is negative aspects to it from the furry community itself, but being a furry in of itself does not happen to be anything bad. It's just what is associated with it because people have taken over the area. So I will say that in the ham radio community, there's a subsection of furries. I've referred to them as anthropomorphic. Fair. I like that name. I'm not surprised. There's... Listen, you kind of have to be autistic to be a furry. I'm autistic. I'm going to expect other autists to be where I am. Let's just be honest here. Yeah. And I agree with that, Skillium. I agree with that entirely. It's mainly just the really bad ones that really weigh it down. Unfortunately. Admittedly, that's the way it is a lot of the time. It's the vocal minority. We also say a lot in the ham community that hams are in two spectrum. Yeah. I have been curious about ham radio. I haven't really looked into it that much. I know that you shared me KAMaximilianK, and I still have that tab up because I am curious about it, and I'd like to investigate further, truth be told. And I will.
Where exactly is?
I think we got to go basically all the way back to the beginning of the mission, if memory serves.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm looking for spot B, I think, on the wiki.
yeah. And I think we just have to beat the Mersat to a portal, so as long as we kill them on the way there, we should be fine, if memory serves.
So it's by the lake, so yeah, we're getting close.
Yeah. So I think we just have to free the scout, get the scout's mission. So, I mean, if you want to go ahead and delay that group, or if you want me to delay, it's up to you. That way, once we're ready for that, that is.
No. It's like right next to the scout. We had this discussion last time.
Oh, we did. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, for what we're doing, I think I said it once, but I'll say it again. For what we're doing this time chat, we're going through an old mission, couple old missions just to burn a little bit of time, honestly, because we don't have enough time to do what we are thinking about. There's some stuff we'd like to do. I'd like to do the Fisher of Woe, honestly, with Tyler before the end of June. I think that one's doable, but we'll see. Fisher of Woe is definitely the easiest of the elite dungeons. But that doesn't mean it's easy. Let's see, I know Catholics have distinctions between mortal, flesh, grave, and not mortal sins. If I'm just going by sin itself, there's not less sin in me destroying my temple with a carb and cholesterol-laden whopper from BK than any other sin, really. So my church, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It really depends on this. If I'm understanding what you're saying, it depends on the severity of the sin in a sense. Because there is mortal and venial. Venial, I shouldn't say obviously. Venial isn't as bad for one. It does go ahead and deter over time. It's kind of like, you know, you have too many. Let's go ahead and call a venial sin. Actually, this might be a really good comparison. A venial sin might be, depending on who you are, might be a beer. Obviously, getting drunk does lead to mortal sin. But having a beer is not in of itself a venial sin, unless you happen to be an alcoholic. Because then that can go ahead and lead down to a further path there. But in of itself, as long as it's not like murder, sleeping around, porn, probably are the big three, I'd say. Thanks for calling me. Hey, listen, Iskillium. I'm Irish. That's all you need. That's all you need. I'm Irish. I'm Irish and German. Yeah, no, I get that entirely, Skillium.
Around here.
Like, they just spawn a little bit further up the road.
Yeah, around here.
Oh, there they are. Yeah.
Oh.
Alright, let's get them. German, English, Welsh, and Christian. Yeah, I am a mutt. Honestly, I have a lot in me, but I hear what you're saying entirely. And I get that, Scalium. My big thing, and I still would say, it's going to sound really interesting. We're going to get a little personal. Not trying to be creepy with this, Tyler, just because I know you're here for this conversation. So it's like, not... Anyways, my big thing is porn, Skillium. I definitely have an addiction to that, but I haven't looked at that in 10 years. But much like with alcoholics, and that's the reason I'm bringing this up, much like with alcoholics, if you go ahead and fall back into it, you fall off that horse hard. So it's like, I do get where you're coming from, Skillium, and that's why I have to go ahead and make sure that I play it very carefully, and I mean, I do play it very carefully, because it's like, I know the difference between, obviously, real life and video games, etc., because it's like, even though I do have that addiction, I do play Bayonetta, but it's like, I do specifically go into it with the mindset that, you know, obviously it's not real, and I typically play Bayonetta very rarely. I like the gameplay, but that's... I mainly play it, admittedly, to review it these days. for Catholic game reviews. I should really write another review for them. It's been a little bit of time. I'm working on one, admittedly. I just need to finish it. That's a story for another time. But it's like, even that I can't recommend for most Catholics, honestly. Because there's too much temptation for a lot of people, I'd say. So I found myself getting further from that one. It's going away on its own. That one was the harder one for me, for sure, Skillium. Alcoholism does run in my family. Hey, Dune fan, how are you doing? Yeah, we're pretty open here, honestly, Dune fan. I'd like to think we're pretty good about that. I was gonna say we're pretty good about that, but obviously... I mean, Skillium, it's a good thing to talk about, that way we can go ahead and fix it. I don't think you were talking about it in a bad way. You weren't, like, promoting it. I don't think there's anything to apologize there, man. You're fine. No apology needed, I'd say. That's fair, Dune. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure, as I say, I know I have it in the stream tags, Catholic. I think that I have that for the rules that we're open here, but it's... Which one? Oh, Vec is with me. Okay, I was looking for where Vec was, because it's like, where's Vec? But we will talk about it here. But yeah, as you said, not many streams do talk religion. But we're glad to have you here. It is good to talk about things cordially. And I don't think... Even if I disagree with somebody, I want to talk with somebody cordially. I don't think we have enough people that are willing to talk cordially with one another these days, unfortunately. And I get heated too. Sometimes I do need to step back and be like, I can't have this conversation with you. I am not the right person for this. And I have to admit that to myself, because not everybody is meant to have every conversation. And I think that it's good to acknowledge that and be like, I want to have this conversation with you, but I get too heated, and it's not easy to do. Oh, that's fair, Dune fan. Yeah, I was going to say, welcome in. I said we have some other Protestants here as well. Not super frequently, more so with another streamer that I frequently watch, Game of Favorites. But like what was his name? Not her name. Faith Yulu is one. There's a couple others. I'm just blanking on people's names. So as I said, it's while we may disagree on some things, I still want to go ahead and have the camaraderie isn't the right word. Ecumenism? What's the specific word? I'm blanking on the specific word at the moment.
A dialogue? You started to say that, I think.
Dialogue is one of them, but there's a specific one for Christian denominations. I just can't remember at the moment. I'll think of it later. Probably. Or I won't. But yeah, I was gonna say, definitely open a dialogue. As long as we're all civil and nice to one another, I'm more than fine with talking with anybody. I came in to a realization...
spawn in as soon as he dies. It's like, oh, we missed our cue.
Yeah. I came to realization RCA... Oh yeah, we can just skip this. That the essence of sin is selflessness versus selfishness. And yeah, if you think about it, all sin is based on selfishness as opposed to selflessness. I agree with that. Love your neighbor. No one has greater love than this, that he laid down his life for his friends, etc. All selflessness. And that's something I do think a lot of people are forgetting these days, honestly, because of the fact that there's a really good Mother Angelica quote that I like. Those that love themselves will tell what a friend wants to hear. Those that love the friend will tell them what they need to hear. But that doesn't mean you have to be a jerk, of course. There is a way to express yourself, too, in that regards. That is also important to remember. Ooh, improved sale value. You love to see it.
I got another VTI, which is in high demand when you need to provide like 3 of those to every character you got.
Fair. As I said, oh, I can't trade with you. I was about to say I have Survivor, not the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna pop over to Drox real quickly. Oh, we never actually got Drox, did we?
We did not, no.
Womp womp. I'm gonna jump over Lion's Arch real quickly.
Right.
See what these runes are worth, because I do not remember currently. I want to see if it's just better to salvage or just go for the runes. Two months, not all sins face on air. Envy. Envy is a big one. Envy, jealousy. I'd say lust, honestly. Lust and envy do play into one another, but if you do anything solely for self, it's done in sin. If you do anything selflessly for others and not to put self in the limelight, selfless, and those are deeds that are almost never sins. True. Oh, Necto is high again? No, I don't want that. Yeah, they weren't kidding. Ecto is very high, Tyler. I'm gonna have to start grinding then, I guess.
Yeah. It's funny, in RuneScape there's the Iron Men, and like I kind of understand them, but I've never been one, and now I'm basically an Iron Man, so I get to hear about how, oh, this price is so high and it's not affecting me.
That's true. That's a good point, because that will never affect you. Yeah. Let's see. So give me 1 second, chat. I'm seeing Survivor insignia, 100. Ah, you can just salvage that. Okay. Unless that blood magic's going for something. Actually. The blood magic is not amazing, but it's okay. And I assume curses is not worth it. And curses is not worth it. Okay, that's what I thought, but I wanted to double check. One second, chat. I do wish they would change the Mersat token, admittedly, because that does absolutely look like ectoplasms.
Yeah, it doesn't even have any use, I realized.
No, yeah. I don't even think there's any merchants that collect it, if memory serves.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
All it's used for is occasionally on, what's his name? Nicholas,
yeah. Yeah. Let's see. So I shared in P. Tony's stream. Let's see. All for sale. Yeah? So I shared in P. Tony's stream. But I'm building a desk, and we were talking about building things. I saw that real quickly. So I shared my tabletop gaming table. Some dice towers in tabletop in the left corner. I will check that out, Skilliam. I'm curious. I saw that. I was working on my wife's bike. Guys, I promise I'm not drunk. My wife's bike. I said this earlier on stream, but she has toe clips on one of her bikes. She just got a new bike. She wanted those toe clips on her new bike, so now it's on her new bike. So we just had to find a specific wrench. We needed a 15mm. Found that eventually. Took a little bit of time finding one, but we did have it in the house. Just had to find it. We also wanted to find an extra long one, because as I'm sure you guys are aware, gravity does help with that type of task. So I was there while P. Tony was doing Slay the Spire too. I was just multitasking. I was doing that. I was grilling. What else was I doing? I guess that was about it. I'm saying, if anybody does want to join us for Nightfall, you are welcome to, by the way, but not until the second week of July. I should Tyler, I will be unavailable the first week of July, because that's the charity stream. Just did I tell you this already?
You did tell me, but I didn't remember, so
okay.
It's good you reminded me.
Fair. I just figured I should tell you, because it's like I will be streaming 12 hours Friday and Saturday, and I will not be back in town until probably like... I might not be back till Tuesday, honestly, because I don't get to see these friends very often, so we'll see.
Are you ready, or...?
I am ready, go ahead. Nightfall, I have no clue what I'm doing, but I do have the game. I'd say you're more than welcome to join us then, Skilliam. I would be glad to have you. I forgot about it. I understand. As I say, that would bring us up to 4. And Nightfall was the Africa campaign deal with Elona, Land of the Golden Sun. No, Skilliam, you're fine. I was gonna say,
Paragon, the spear wielding guy.
And the scythe guy, yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
When I say, which is, I mean, it is true. 1 second. I'm gonna put this up. You're welcome to join us, which you are. That's still not until like the second week of July, unless you want to join us for earlier. But Nightfall would be a good time to join us, because then you'd be able to go ahead and get caught up pretty easily. That's the start of a new campaign, so everybody's gonna be at level 1. Pardon me. Because Tyler and I will start new characters. There's a possibility once you can join merge parties, somebody might swap over to a different character. We haven't really talked about that yet. Either way is fine with me.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm thinking of maybe switching back to this character. I'm not sure.
Fair. There's a possibility I'll swap to my ritualist, because I am really enjoying her, honestly. You remember how that group wiped us the first time we did them? Because we weren't careful enough? And now it's like, the heroes just come along and be like, no, you guys are dead.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Now
interesting,
I've got
honestly.
like, actual meta knowledge and stuff.
Yeah. And it's not even like we're
And
fully running.
To like pull it halfway, kind of.
Yeah, that's true too. And we're not just running full mesmers either, so it's not just easy mode. I know we're running 2 mesmers, but I kind of like that, honestly. It's like maybe for hard mode we'll want to do that, but for, you know, just running through the game, I think this is perfectly fine.
Oh yeah, this is the one with the long defense at the end, isn't it?
Yeah, so we'll have to send somebody out. Do you want me to go out and take out the groups?
Well, I think we both did last time, because it's got the split, kind of.
Yeah, I think like we had to defend for like a little bit, and then eventually they let up and were like, nah, you just gotta go attack them now. I think you're right. I think you even found the spawn point where they were.
Yeah, I found it very early, I think.
I think that's correct. I don't seem to remember Nightfall. I may not have played it. I also don't remember the characters I currently have. Entirely fair. I get that. As I say, it's been... This game is 21 years, as we established last Monday. It's honestly just kind of crazy. Since I've been playing it for that entire... I mean, I've taken breaks here and there, but I have been, you know, I've been playing the game. I probably did take a good 10-year break, honestly, but for like 3 years ago, and even then I wasn't playing it the most until more recently, because I do love Guild Wars, but I do... Man, you put in so many hours, you need a little bit of a break, and when there's not any other people to play with that you know, that does really... not make it as fun, I'll be honest, which is why I'm really glad that Tyler has been wanting to play. I really do appreciate that, Tyler. And just, admittedly, the fact we're getting new content also helped. So this was probably really the ideal time for me to go out of... I was in maintenance mode of Guild Wars myself, so it was time for me to come out of maintenance mode and actually start playing the game frequently again. As is, I would say I'm not playing as much outside of when Tyler and I play as I'd like. But that's just because I, you know... PSP, I have a family to feed. Nobody's gonna get that reference. Nobody's gonna get that reference. Sounds good, Scillium. Thank you for being here. But yeah, I do like Nightfall. There's some aspects to it that I don't like. I don't really like Cormier as a character. I don't know. I do and I don't. She's so up and down, I'd say. But I do like Koss. I like
Complaints
Talcora.
about her like sort of taking credit despite not being the main character.
Yeah, she might be the original Woklamet, honestly. Woklamet, but not as insufferable.
Yeah.
Because Cormier at least had some traits to her that were enjoyable. Which, as far as I'm aware, I don't think there's many traits to Woklamet that are particularly enjoyable.
I mean, you haven't even seen it for yourself as far as I know, so...
Not yet, not yet, that's true, but I'm just commenting on what I've heard. That's fair. I'll get there, I promise, I'll get there.
Oh, I already knew this one, okay. I like brought Mesmer because I was like, oh, that looks like an interesting elite skill. But
you already had it?
Like, the same exact elite skills for late Prophecies. So
Yeah, that is...
actually get anything.
Yeah, that is one of the problems with Prophecies, admittedly. They have basically all the same elite skills in the Shiver Peaks, and then once we get to the Ring of Fire Island chain, then they give us new elite skills, but that doesn't exactly super happen to help us for the time being either. When it's like, can we have something new, please? No.
Yeah. We do get, like, new ones for the Mersat and stuff, but, like...
That's true.
If it's a specific race of an elite, it's gonna give the same one.
Yeah.
And there's apparently one Mersat here, so you have to be very lucky to get the elite skill that you want.
Oh, that would be very unpleasant, to say the least. Like, oh yeah, I wanted this one, but I didn't get... I mean, in a sense, that's no different than when I was trying to get soul twisting earlier from factions, and the game went, you gotta go to the Kurzik territory for that. It's like, okay, guess I'm doing that. But on the bright side,
you get to know beforehand, and I think there are more Mersat heavy missions than this one that can actually give you like 100% odds.
That makes sense. And I was that, and at least it's not like I don't know if there's any RNG bosses that they put specifically in, or like elite skills that they put specifically in missions. I think there's always, or almost all, I want to say there's always an easy way to grab that skill, because it's like, that would be very, pardon me, insufferable otherwise.
Yeah. Like, even here, there's apparently like a 50-50 chance that whatever dwarf skill you're looking for, the dwarf just isn't here.
Yeah.
This is just a bad fight for elite skills for some reason.
Yeah. Which I appreciate the replayability, but at the same time, when you're trying to just grab the skills from them, that does happen to be very annoying. So that one, I get what they're trying to do, but it's definitely a darned if you do, darned if you don't situation. Oh, I didn't realize we had two groups on top of each other.
Yeah. I think that might just be common here to make it bigger groups.
Yeah.
And smaller. I don't know why they put groups that are significantly smaller than yours that aren't significantly higher level. I mean, they're kind of higher level, but...
Probably because at the time... So Thunderhead Keep, at the time when Prophecies came out, was notorious for ending runs, just because of how hard it was, because we didn't have heroes, the meta wasn't known, etc., etc. So, like, you know, people are still getting used to the game. That's probably why, if I had to take a guess, by the time of end of Prophecies, people, I would say, knew a lot more at that point. Not everything, but enough where they could be manageable. Whereas I said, Thunderhead Keep, like, without the right group, really was a pain. I think I had to take a break when I got to Thunderhead Keep, so by the time I actually got back to Thunderhead Keep, I don't remember Thunderhead Keep being a pain. I don't remember most missions in Guild Wars being a pain, except for the Fire Island chain. I remember those being a pain, and those ones still are a pain. But I like them. They're while they are a pain, they're a challenge in a way that I enjoy. So that does help me appreciate them. Not gonna lie.
We're having this issue of 3 freaking healers.
Yeah, but they're dying.
Yeah, and they've got the Mark of Protection, which is like really obnoxious because it means that we're healing the enemies instead of hurting them.
Yeah.
I'm trying to just apply conditions so that they're stuck mending themselves.
I hear that. I'm trying to just go ahead and heal my spirits so I don't have to. I'm starting to run a little low on energy.
There we go. There's one down.
Admittedly, one of them being a boss probably does not happen to help with killing them either, honestly.
Yeah, mostly for health purposes, but...
Health purposes and stats is what I'm thinking, because I think their stats are a bit higher, too.
I can't help here. I can only hope our heroes are doing well.
They're doing fine.
I don't think Jin's doing much, but yeah, the rest of them...
Don't worry.
All of my heroes seem to just be targeting the ground, so I don't know. Okay. I think this group might be the last ones.
If it makes you feel any better, Xandra was not doing much to help there either, because since she relies on her spirits for the most part, and they toss, you know, orbs at the enemy, basically. It's like, oh, yes.
I mean, I'd rather the people who might be able to do stuff are doing stuff.
Yeah.
I'd rather not be all-inclusive and not doing stuff, but...
That's true. Yeah, that's why you gotta run Hamstorm. That way you can go ahead and be helping. Clear the fort. Are we missing? No, we cleared the city, so we should be open then.
We got the goal completed, so I think we had the same issue last time where it's probably just walk up to the gate.
It takes a second. Yeah, and then King Jawless Ironhammer has to come cast it. There it is. Claim resource.
Okay. Yeah. That's like the same thing that they use in the desert as well, I noticed, because I was going through this legit instead of through the Drak run.
That's fair. And I think that they also use that for when Vizier Killborn is raising the ship, if memory serves.
That would make sense. So many heretics.
Gotta get them all.
Despite their looks, they aren't the healer type, which is a good thing.
True. Ooh, I like. Excuse me. Ooh, keep me good. I will say, it is still interesting to me that a lot, well, not a lot, but some of the necromancer enemies do just basically kill themselves.
Yeah, the well changes that make them always castable.
Yeah,
for blood.
I would probably say the 75% might be a little high. 50% probably would do it. Welcome back, Skillium.
Oh, I guess Dagger is consistent. Dagnar, rather.
Yeah. So he's probably the one consistent one, because it's like, well, for those that have played Prophecies, we gotta get revenge for our boy Rurik here. Then we gotta kill Rurik. At this point, since we've done Prophecies, that's not really a spoiler at this point. I guess I should say, if we've run through a game on stream, guys, we probably will be talking about spoilers for what's happened for Guild Wars, just for clarification. Oh, well, I'm thinking about it. There may or may not be a Guild Wars announcement on June 5th. We'll see.
Yeah. There was a Facebook post about it, and
yeah,
to me it looks a lot like the Guild Wars 2 art, which makes me think it might either be Guild Wars 2 or Guild Wars 3, as opposed to like the 2 weeks working on Guild Wars 1 right now.
Yeah, I am thinking it is one. I am thinking it is either one of three things, as Tyler was saying, and admittedly, it's because I got this from a Reddit post. So Guild Wars 2 stuff, Guild Wars 3, or unrelated, pardon me, game that is not Guild Wars 2 or Guild Wars 3, but is still set in the world of Tyria. So a spin-off.
I'd be surprised if they were making a spin-off, but fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, apparently that's what they want to do, so that's why somebody was talking about it.
Yeah. I forget if there was any, like, texts with it or just the video, but the video was just, like, a panoramic sweep over a skyline with a warrior.
Yeah.
Or not a skyline, but, like, a horizon.
Background?
Or something.
Horizon, yeah.
Just random landscape, I guess is the term.
Yeah. Nothing really showing that it was for Guild Wars 1 specifically. I think it popped up on Guild Wars 2's Twitter and Facebook as well. Skyline? Isn't Skyline chilly? I haven't had Guild... Oh, see, honestly, Dio, I would be down for Guild Wars Farming Simulator. I do like a good farming simulator. Guild Wars... I mean, you know, honestly, I could see them going straight to Guild Wars 7. Listen, guys, the time gap between Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2 was 250 years. That's not enough time, fam. Not enough time. We gotta go ahead and do Guild Wars 7. That way it would be a timeline of another 1,000 years? 1,000 years would be 7.
I think it would be 1,025 if it...
Would it? Well, I was thinking because it's like... If 250 would set us to 3, 500 would set us to 4, 750 would set us to 5, 1,000 should set us to 6. Okay. It is. I was off by one. Guild Wars in space. Yeah. You're right. Where's that? Oh. There. We need that torch. Need that torch.
That's all the way on the far side.
Yep.
Oh, both sides have one. Okay.
Alright. I will light one. You go light one. Yep. No giant stomp. No giant stomp. I need to save these door. Stop giant stomping me! I know it. No. Come on.
I'm starting off with nothing, so... No enemies, I mean, so...
I've... No,
oh, is it just two spots? One on each side?
Maybe? It might be like, I guess it is just one on each side. Looks like it.
Did you light the beacon yet?
I lit mine, yeah. It looks like just those two. So, alright. I guess I'll go support my team. I would be down for Guild Wars in space, honestly. As long as they remove the problems to Guild Wars 2. They added more, you know, modern day stuff where it's like, oh yes, we have to go ahead and push politics into our video games. Like, I'm good, thank you. Not interested. Do not want. Make it Firefly themed? Ooh. But then it would only go...
Stomp chain.
I understand. Let's say if they made it Firefly themed, it would die after the first season in a movie. I'm sorry. So I am so curious what they would have done with season 2 of Firefly, honestly. But also seeing what he's done... I'm blanking on his name at the moment. Best of the West and Best of the Space? Yeah. Seeing what he's done post-Firefly, where he's gotten multiple seasons, it seems like he always has a good idea initially, and then it just gets worse and worse. I could be wrong about that.
Everything, but yeah.
I mean, that's true.
I don't know
but...
Firefly personally, but...
There's probably a few things I can think. Mega Man 2, I'd say, is better than Mega Man 1. There's probably a couple of things. That's a video game, admittedly. For an actual movie, Whedon, thank you. For an actual movie, I would.
Famous example, I guess.
Is Godfather 2 better than Godfather 1? I haven't seen either of them.
I think the rating is like it's the first or maybe only sequel to have a higher rating than the first or something.
Really? Because I was about to say, I might say Episode 5 is better than Episode 4 of Star Wars.
I might be getting the fact mixed up a little bit or like overstated.
I don't know if mine is a spicy take there or not. Toy Story 2, I like Toy Story 1 better. I know a lot of people like Toy Story 2, and maybe for Toy Story 2 for me, I watched it too many times. I could see that.
It was so good it became bad. Like
well,
the radio song.
Radio killed the radio star. That's so. I mean, it's kind of like steak. I really like steak, but I don't think I want it every day. So when you go ahead and have a fine meat every day, it just kind of gets not as succulent in a sense.
Yeah, I found the spawn point.
Nice.
There's like 2 spawn points, one for the White Mantle and one for the Mersats.
Well, I'm a coming.
Just this car refuses to stop running forwards despite how close I am to him. And so
That's fine.
I'm running away from everything.
Makes sense. I'll take care of the one of the spawn points here. Man, now I want to rewatch Toy Story 2. I'm trying to think of other things that have had better games. Not games. I think, honestly, I think a lot of the time games are better for their sequel because they can find out where they improved. Or that they need to improve upon. Whereas...
Well spamming ritualist. And goodbye, well spamming ritualist.
Yeah, if this ritualist that's running away from me would like to start spamming some wells. That'd be appreciated because he outrunning me. I don't think King Jawless Ironhammer will die from one ritualist. At least I hope not. But
yeah, I think there should be 3 phantoms on each side as well that they would have to get through together.
Well, all 3 of my phantoms are dead.
Oh.
Mega Man X. Ooh, Mega Man X was better than the original Mega Man's. Ooh, I don't know. Ooh. I think they're both good in different ways. That one's kind of one of those things where it's like... They're so similar but so different that they do play different from one another. I'd have to think about it. That's a hard one. I do like Mega Man X. I like the original Mega Man. Yeah, I mean, Star Trek 2 is definitely better than Skillium, because most people would like to forget the odd number Star Treks. Not all of them. Some of them are good. Like, listen, if I remember correctly, Star Trek 3 is the one that had Doc Brown as a Klingon. Peak perfection. It's peak perfection, baby. It's the absolute Golden Age sci-fi and the turn from Golden Age to modern. I love Asimov, Arthur C. I get that, Skillium. I like a lot of Heinlein too, except for where he gets a little hand gets a little handsy, we'll say. A little touchy-feely. Christopher Lloyd Klingon was good. Exactly, thank you. Like I could not remember his name for some reason.
Ooh, I got
2,
Soul
3, and 4
Reaping
Ritual.
3.
That's true. Oh, are you on the White Mantle spawn?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I can work on... Oh, excuse me. These guys then.
Dunkero was helping out for a bit. I see him running back over here.
Appreciate you, Dunkero.
It's like you guys are low or something.
Yeah. For other books, I mean, I haven't read... Dresden Files, I would say, for the most part, gets better book by book. Books 16 and 17, we don't talk about books 16 and 17. Book 18, though, is a lot... Does, like... Real talk. I was really worried about book 18 because of book 16 and 17, but book 8 does seem to have fixed a lot of the problems. I think there was a lot. You've only read the first 2 Dresden books. I think they're really good, Skillium. I would say the only problem I really have with them is they are a little bit sexy. That sounds, you know what I mean.
Sexual.
It depends, sexual, yeah. It does depend on the book. Book 6 in particular is really bad about it. Like, really bad. I like to pretend book 6 is Harry got a dog. That's it. Nothing else happened. We don't talk about what else happened in book 6. Harry got a dog. I like them, but it's not really my genre, so I have to dedicate time outside of what I love for it. You know, I get that. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. There hasn't been a white mantle since we talked about where we were.
Yeah, I think that eventually they stopped spawning, honestly.
Yeah. I think I remember thinking that last time, and then they suddenly spawned, though, so I don't know.
That sounds familiar. I can take care of these guys down here, though, so I'll just work down here.
I've already sent half of my guys there.
Oh yeah, I see Dunkero.
Dunkero kept switching back and forth, and I sent Vec just to be another damage dealer.
Fair. Drunken Master 2, fair. I was gonna say, I'm trying to think of other movies and TV shows that I would say the sequels are better. I know a lot of people like Star Trek The Next Generation. I like Star Trek The Next Generation. I don't think it's as good as the original series. And I think some people might get very upset by that, not gonna lie. I do think Deep Space...
Not like a general rule that this is true, but I think I've heard of it before, that
you
it's
have,
like the only one that got better ratings or something.
Yeah. And you're not wrong. I'm just, now that we're talking about it, it's like, I've gotten curious, Tyler, so it's like I'm trying to think of what else, because it's like, oh, there's a Mersat right there. Okay. Because it's like, I would, TOS and TNG both have a huge place in my heart, and they're both very good. I would still say that TOS is the better series. And admittedly, part of that probably is because they only had 3 seasons, so they had to get it right. I know they were supposed to go ahead and have more. Obviously, that didn't happen, but they had to do their best shot. And then TNG, the main problem with TNG is really the first 2 seasons. It's like, oh gosh, what's his face? I should remember his name, but I'm blanking on it. The guy that made Star Trek. I appreciate you for making Star Trek. Hands off now. You have too many bad ideas. Where if you are not reined in, you ruin it. And then he died, and then TNG got better. I'm not saying I want him to die. I'm just saying when he was not as in control, because literally can't because dead. TNG got better. Now, admittedly, does that always happen to Gene Roddenberry? Thank you. Does that obviously happen to always be the case? I'm going to look at modern Star Trek and tell you, no. No, it doesn't. Has there been some good modern Star Trek? Yes. Has Discovery been so bad? Same with Academy. Academy is not great, but there has been good modern Star Trek. But Discovery was really bad. Picard was bad for the first season, and then it slowly got better, but never got really as good. So it's like, I haven't kept up with that or Star Wars. Honestly, Skillium, I don't blame you. I've kept up with it a little bit. A lot of it's been because I like to listen to Jimmy Akin talk about it, because he's on a podcast called Secrets of Star Trek, Secrets of Doctor Who, not Secrets of Star Wars. I want to, but it's coming out faster than I can watch it. That's fair. And not all of it's good, honestly. So it's like, if not all of it's good, I don't mind. As you were saying earlier, Skillium, I like B movies, but if they're not even going to hit the level of B cheese, I don't really want to watch them.
B movies, you say?
You like jazz? You know, when is Jerry Seinfeld going to release the C movie? It can be about a sea anemone. That was a really dumb joke. I'm sorry. I feel like this happened last time, and now we gotta go find like
right now.
You what?
There's 2 Mersat that just spawned.
Oh, is there? Okay.
Jade Armor and Mersat.
Okay, I'll be right there then. I was just making
they spawned
sure
like right as you were running away.
Oh, did
which is a bit funny.
Have I read? I'm sorry, I did miss that.
I saw like they disappeared instantly, but it was just because they were walking weirdly, I guess.
Yeah. Let's see. Ender Saga, Speaker for the Dead was so much better than Ender's Game. I haven't read Ender's Game or Speaker for the Dead. I've heard it is very good. I have been meaning to, but I have not as of yet.
Yeah, I read Ender's Game and then watched the movie, but it was because my dad and brother were reading it together.
And that makes sense.
But I never like continued the series.
Right.
Like they did.
And that makes sense. I have started Dune on a different note. I'd like to finish it. I just have too many books. Like much like I have too many games, I have too many books, and I need to just go ahead and read my books, play my games, do my stuff. Something I'm working on.
It would be interesting if like all of these rapid rush down things that we did worked instead of just keeping the mission slow.
Yeah.
They did literally have it work like that for the Defend Beetleton or whatever it's called. And so it's like for some quests they did it right, but this one is just like if you're too good, you just sit and wait.
Yeah, and they definitely did better with that for factions, which admittedly, that is both good and bad. Like, yeah, we get through it faster, but boy, sometimes that time limit is very, very limited. Very thin.
For the quest version, it's literally like it spawns them after you kill the previous set.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what I would like this to be if... Or maybe some combination, like there's a specific timer they use. And then also, if you kill them all, they spawn the next set.
Yeah. I agree with that. That would be nice. OSC started with Speaker for the Dead, but they wouldn't let him release it, so he wrote Ender's Game as an intro to get it released. Interesting. So in a sense, kind of like what happened today with Mark Rosenthal for Rosenwater for his new game Mood Changes, which admittedly I purchased just because I'm curious. It doesn't look very good. For Magic the Gathering, it doesn't look very good. It doesn't. Admittedly, I'm not a big Magic the Gathering fan these days just because of Hasbro. But I do like the game itself, so I do find Magic neat. Many other books, but Speaker for the Dead is so good. It involves Mormons and Catholics, of other stuff, and goes to some really deep topics, and OSC doesn't knock that. That's interesting. I would be interested in that. That's one of the books I have been wanting to read. Canticle for Lee Albowitz has been one I've wanted to read as well. I've heard don't read the sequel, though. I've heard the sequel is very bad. Which is a shame.
You haven't seen a boss recently, have you? Like in this mission area?
I have not.
Okay. I still have my Signet of Capture, so I was hoping it would be Warrior or Mez.
Fair. I'll let you know then. More White Mantle? There is a boss. Confessor Dorian is here.
Yeah, so he's the other consistent one, I guess.
Yeah, and I think he's just going to be a monk, if I remember correctly.
Yep. So I made a mistake in picking.
I mean, it happens. What are you going to do? You primarily play warrior, so you wanted to focus on that. That makes sense.
They don't even... Confessor doesn't have an elite, that's why.
Oh. Fair enough, never mind then. Maybe there'll be another White Mantle spawn after Confessor Dorian then? Let's... not White Mantle, never mind.
Nope. We're done. Did we...
Well,
Why hasn't the bonus been done?
I think we just have to go over there at this point. Hopefully. Which is odd considering OSC is the descendant of Brigham Young, second president of the Latter-day Saints. Interesting. That is interesting. Well, honestly, I vehemently disagree with Latter-day Saints, but I'm not going to treat them like jerks, for the most part. The main ones I want to treat like jerks are the ones that decided to show up on Easter Day. Like, hey, can we make you Can we make you Latter-day Saints? You sure can't. Today is not the day to go ahead and trifle with me on that. Like, I don't mind having a good dialogue, but it's like you gotta know the day, but you gotta know your crowd. Read the room. Orson Scott Card is always serious.
It seems that the mission is succeeded as long as, like, we don't see the mission message about them dying.
Bonus
so.
fail. Okay. Well, we should be good then. I guess we'll find out in a second.
Yeah, that was the bonus.
Oh yeah. Do I just talk to him a second time?
I guess so.
There he goes.
More than a wide-eyed fool.
That fool. And here we are.
We've got the good skill merchant now.
Yeah.
Who can give us anything from Prophecies.
That's what I was going to say. The best one in Prophecies. Or at least one of them. An above average.
I've heard much of you.
That's a good armor. That might be the elite armor. I do like that armor if that is it. She doesn't have a title on, so probably not. But she could.
Me.
That looks like regular to me.
That's true, Skillion, too, yeah. Yeah, I do... Here, one second. I do really like that armor set. That's why I was curious, because like, oh, you don't have that, so I was surprised. Hold on. I should have it on me. Yeah, Jehovah's Witnesses are interesting, too. Jehovah's Witnesses and Latter-day Saints, neither of them are Christian. I know that sounds really mean. Jehovah's Witnesses are because they don't believe Jesus was actually Jesus. They believe he was St. Michael the Archangel. So I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just making a statement there, because it's the true statement. It's not like I'm being mean. And then the other one, for Jehovah's Witnesses... No, I said Jehovah's Witnesses. Latter-day Saints, they believe there are multiple gods. That's the reason. That's the problem for Latter-day Saints.
Do you know if people use Soul Reaping +3?
They might. Like, if it... is it on anything? I mean, Soul Reaping...
a salvage item, which is why I ask.
Oh, I thought you meant like a, this weapon gives Soul Reaping 3. That's why I was asking, because like, that I could see some use for. Because just killing people, you know. Yeah, I thought it was the elite armor. You're right, she just had... The elite armor isn't very different from the other one. You just get a little bit of like, black, I guess.
In hindsight, I can see why you thought that, yeah. I thought it was clear until this showed up.
Yeah.
When you showed up, I mean.
I thought you meant. I wasn't going to take offense. Yeah.
I was referring to the armor more than
fair.
you. But...
That's fair. It's like, I'm going to swap back to the other character. I think that's all we have time for, though, because it has been an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But we will be back on Sunday, chat. We will try to run Sorrow's Furnace. I'm hoping we can get through all of that. We should have anything that really Sorrow's Furnace isn't really that bad if memory serves, so we'll see. Famous last words. I really don't think it'll be too bad.
Now that we've
friend Blake.
gotten to here, though, with Perdition's Rock, I can get us access to the other anniversary skills, Soul Taker and Over the Limit.
I'd be interested in that. That'd be nice. Young Blake's gonna be on Tangled Christianity tomorrow, Skillium? I will have to watch that then. Is there no merchant? Oh, there is a merchant here. I was looking for the Zonlight chest. I'll have to watch that then. I'm very curious because I know he converted recently. I would be definitely interested in hearing that, is what I'm trying to say. Just not saying it very well. That's a lot of hand hide squares and iron ingots. I'll have to work on that. I love Blake too. He's a good guy. He is a good man.
I do wish with the PvE skills that heroes could use them, because like I would never really be able to use Over the Limit, but Vec could.
I do think that they should make PvE skills available for heroes, but I'm also curious just how much that would break the game, honestly.
Yeah.
I guess it would. I guess it wouldn't really break the game now that I'm thinking about it, because it's like, I say that breaks the game. It's like, okay, but then what if we just run it with real people? That's the same thing.
The difference is reaction time versus like knowing how to do combos, basically.
That is true. That is true. That is true. That is the truth, but...
Okay. But also at this point, theoretically, a super knowledgeable player could just have those reaction times.
That's true, as well. I guess we'll just have to go ahead and wait and see at this point. Or, I mean, not wait and see. Maybe that will be one of the things they change. I hope it does. Or I hope they do, so... I do a little bit of tabletop, Skillium. Like, what do you mean by tabletop? I do Pokemon trading card game. I do a little bit of Magic. I'm not a big Magic guy. I prefer Pokemon, like... I vastly prefer Pokemon. I just wish the cards were available at the moment. I would not be opposed to playing some TT... Yeah, I was gonna say, I would not be opposed to playing some TTRPGs. I picked up the Final Fantasy XIV TTRPG that I've been meaning to read because I'd like to play it with some people. And I did pick up Pathfinder 2nd edition for a group I was supposed to play with, and then our schedules just didn't match up, unfortunately, which is a shame. But I am definitely not opposed to TTRPGs at all. But, okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up, Tyler.
All right.
So I will see you on Sunday. Thank you for joining me again. Looking forward to Sunday.
Yep. Thank you as well.
Of course. I'll talk to you later. You have a good day and God bless.
Yep. Good night.
Bye. Alright. With that, I'm going to get off. I've been working some stuff, so mayhap I will try to run a few and some others. I'd be interested in that, Skillium. You're probably aware, but if you're interested, Catacombs RPG, Bren probably would be another good person to reach out to on that, because I'm sure she would be quite interested in that. Who can we raid into? I think we can raid into the person we were just talking about. Isn't that ironic? There's a lot of people that we could, but specifically since we were just talking about her, we'll raid into Bren. So, raid call is raid from the max. I will go ahead and read from the Catechism of the Catholic Church tomorrow. I really should have today, honestly. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. I'm sleepy, chat. I want to go spend time with my wife, so I'm going to go spend time with my wife. Thank you all for being here. I will be back tomorrow with some Xenoblade Chronicles X and probably some card sorting. I will actually be on tomorrow. I think I just need to get over my own brain, honestly. I second-guess myself so much. But anyways, I will talk to you all later. Good day. God bless and Pax Bonum. Thanks for being out here, everybody.
Yeah, okay.